we are going to get this meeting started. All right. Welcome to Sacramento City Hall. We are looking forward to your presentations today. And clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you. Councilmember Kaplan. Here. Councilmember Dickinson. Councilmember Pluckybaum will be absent today. Councilmember Maple.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Guerra will be absent today. Councilmember Jennings.
Here.
Councilmember Vang.
I'm here.
And Vice Mayor Talamantes.
I'm here.
You have a quorum.
Sorry, I forgot to do this. So 5:01, we started. We will do the land acknowledgement next, and I will just read it. Please rise for the opening acknowledgments in honor of Sacramento's indigenous people and tribal lands. To the original people of this land, the Nisenan people, the Southern Maidu, Valley and Plains Miwok, Patwin Wintun peoples, and the people of the Wilton Rancheria, Sacramento's only federally recognized tribe. May we acknowledge and honor the Native people who came before us and still walk beside us today on these ancestral lands by choosing to gather together today in the active practice of acknowledgement and appreciation for Sacramento's indigenous people's history, contributions, and lives. Thank you. Turn to the flag. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And clerk, city attorney, is there anything to report out from closed session?
The mayor and council met in closed session to discuss one item of litigation. There's nothing to report out at this time.
Okay.
I would just like the record to reflect that I had recused myself and I was not in closed session during that discussion.
Thank you so much, Councilmember. And next up, we have our discussion calendar, which is our Summer at City Hall student presentations. If we can get staff to give us an overview of what we can expect today.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah Musser. I'm the Recreation General Supervisor with the YPSI Department. Thank you, first of all, for the opportunity to continue to present to you each year. I know this is a highlight of our students' year, but setting aside a full council meeting really demonstrates the prioritization that the city and the council has put on elevating and uplifting youth voice, which I appreciate, and I know they all do as well. This year's Summer at City Hall program hosted 82 school students and 28 mentors from our partnering districts in Sac City Unified School District, Natomas Unified School District, and Twin Rivers Unified School District. They spent the last 5 weeks with city staff and 3 credentialed teachers here at City Hall learning all about local government, collaboration, advocacy, project development, and civic engagement. They've attended a variety of field trips, completed a community service day beautifying Southside Park, and also completing an individual in-person 20-hour internship with various city departments and partnering agencies, and many of those with you all. So just my sincerest appreciation for all the support from everyone up here as well as everyone else within the city that took on interns and believed in us. I think it was a really positive jump back into getting our interns involved here at City Hall. In addition to all these things, they've dedicated many hours to collaboratively prepare the 9 presentations that will be presented tonight. These link crews have worked together to create a multimedia presentation that are dynamic, informative, highlighting core issues that are affecting youth in the city of Sacramento. Before we do that, I want to let you know that their final day in the program is tomorrow, as I know you enjoy seeing most of these students, and then we are graduating them out here at City Hall. This graduation is not open to the public, but we are inviting our elected officials to officially attend, and we can provide you with more information after this as far as when that goes and the timeline of that. So just a quick run of show note. Each link crew, because I know some of you are new to this process, each link crew is going to get up and give about an 8-minute presentation, followed by a quick Q&A session from you all, and then we will rotate in the next group. I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any, but I'd like to invite our first link crew up.
Wonderful. Welcome. What's the name of the group?
Who's first?
Doug, we need a handheld microphone.
Thank you, and welcome to City
Heather.
Hall.
Good evening, City Council. Good evening, City Council. My name is Grace Gow, and I am a rising junior at John F. Kennedy High School, and I am the peer mentor for my team, Dine Without Borders.
Hello, my name is Raghav Mishra, and I am a rising sophomore at NP3 High School.
Good evening. My name is Abdullah Mazhar. I'm a rising senior at NP3 High School.
Good evening, council members. My name is Sulaiman Sultani, a rising junior at Natomas High School.
Good afternoon. My name is Shane Heiser, and I'm a rising sophomore at CKM High School.
Good evening. My name is Anaya Franklin, and I'm a rising sophomore at Indercombe High School.
Good evening. My name is Nareed Lajwak, and I am a rising sophomore at Charlesmont High School.
Hello, my name is Matavi Chantala. I'm a rising junior at Grant Union High School.
Hello, my name is Zainavir Kaur, and I am a rising junior at MP3 High School.
Good evening, my name is Crystal Perez, and I'm a rising sophomore at School of Engineering and Sciences.
Good evening, my name is Isabella Rodriguez, and I am a rising sophomore at Leroy Green Academy.
Vice Mayor and City Council members, for our project City Hall, we are going to be talking about an important issue that many people across Sacramento are impacted by, the issue of food deserts. Our plan to address this issue is through a two-part solution that we have designed to tackle this problem, which we will be explaining in this presentation.
So what exactly are food deserts? Food deserts are defined as urban areas in which it is exceedingly difficult to access healthy and nutritious foods. Food deserts are often located in low-income areas, and people living in these places often live very far away from supermarkets, grocery stores, farmers markets, and other places where they can access the healthy food they need. Food deserts often have inadequate transportation, and there's often a lack of awareness in these areas regarding healthy food choices.
So here's the issue we're addressing. Food deserts cause restricted access to healthy food options, heavy reliance on unhealthy food options, and long travel times to grocery stores, supermarkets, and farmers markets.
You might be wondering, why is that a problem? Food deserts increase disease risks such as type 2 diabetes and malnutrition. It also creates low economic activity in local neighborhoods. For example, reduced community spending.
So what has our city done about it? District 8 Council member Mai Vang and former Mayor Steinberg partnered together to form the Food Justice Task Force.
This task force addresses food insecurity citywide.
To gather data, we created a survey and posted it on our Instagram for our peers and community members to respond to. We got 102 responses, and in those responses, it said that 60% of people occasionally buy junk food over healthy foods. 92% of people agreed that they would buy more produce if there were more varieties and options available to them. And 70% of people would rather walk than drive if they had a supermarket near them.
The majority of the people we surveyed agreed that their lives would improve with better access to healthier foods. We asked how often they buy junk food over produce, and 82.1% said that they often or occasionally do. When we asked if they would buy more produce if there was a better variety, almost everyone said yes.
Next is our PSA video.
Dad, I'm so tired of fast food.
I'm sorry, son. There just isn't any grocery stores or fresh food markets we can go to. There's nothing we can do about it.
Hey, are you guys okay? No, I want fresh food.
I'm sorry. He just doesn't want any fast food anymore. There aren't any grocery stores or fresh food markets we can go to nearby.
Well, I work with Dance Without Border program, and my job is to help people inform of different program that is facing problem like yours.
Really?
Yes, there are many programs such as Lunch at the Library, which provides healthy food for free and is not too far from here. There's also community garden where when people come in, grow, pick up vegetables, which is a great source of healthy produce.
That's really interesting. Where can I learn more about this?
At Dime Without Borders, we spread awareness of this program and extend them as well. Here's a flyer that has all the information you need.
That's really interesting. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, sir.
Food deserts are increasing in Sacramento, and soon its effects are going to affect all of us. Therefore, we need your help to help us with making an impact.
What do we propose City of Sacramento to do? We have two-part solution for this problem our community is facing. First of all, advocacy for new supermarkets, encouraging local stores and local lobby governments. Second of all, extending of current programs, connecting to local programs, organizations, and creating community gardens.
To further expand on this, in our first part where we say encourage local stores and lobby local government, what we really mean is we would encourage store owners to create grocery stores in these impoverished neighborhoods. In doing so, this would eliminate the food deserts in these areas. However, as an alternative, we could lobby the local government to create more effective and widespread transportation in these areas so the local residents would be able to access more distant food stores and grocery stores. Furthermore, we propose expanding our existing assistance programs such as Lunch at the Library. Lunch at the Library is a program where it provides free fresh food to children under 18 years old over the summer. What we propose is expanding this program beyond summer and, if possible, expanding this program to low-income adults. We also advocate for the creation and participation of community gardens. Community gardens are a cheap and effective way for people to gain access to fresh food. Furthermore, with these community gardens, we could partner up with farmers markets. These farmers markets could be used to finance new community gardens or finance the expansion of previously mentioned programs.
For our proposed flyer, we have a QR code that will link you to our Instagram page where we'll be posting organizations and programs that are related to food deserts and food insecurities.
On our billboard, we have representation of our values and a QR code linking to our website for food desert awareness.
Thank you for listening, City Council. Do you have any questions?
Wonderful job. Councilmember Kaplan.
Hi, guys. Great job. Have you had a conversation with our YPSI, our Youth Parks Community Engagement, because there are some community gardens that come through YPSI, of discussing with them what it would take to expand community gardens in some of our parks?
At this point, we have not contacted any community gardens. There have been a few attempts at communication from others. However, we have not pursued those adventures yet.
So I see at least one of you who I know is part of my One Youth, and we have a farmer's market in Natomas, and I have a couple of community gardens. But I am happy to distribute your flyers. I've also already followed you guys on Instagram, and happy to connect you guys to other organizations you can populate. You just have to reach out to my office. So good job.
Yeah, we would really appreciate that.
Wonderful. Thank you. Councilmember Vang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Just wanted to say great job. Congratulations for making it here. Food insecurity is such a huge issue in the city of Sacramento, so I really appreciate all of y'all leading this effort and making this a priority and a topic for your group presentation. Just also wanted to add that, yes, while the Food Justice Task Force was started with me and former Mayor Darrell Steinberg, Councilwoman Katie Maple is a partner in the task force as well, and we've been holding meetings with community advocates, and so just wanted to give her a shout out as well. Very similar to Councilwoman Kaplan, you all said it, that when we think about food desert, there are areas that are food insecure. Oftentimes they're in low-income neighborhoods, and so I know that in our office with community, we were able to launch the Meadowview Farmers Market and having it actually at the Meadowview Light Rail Station, so folks can take the light rail station to access healthy, culturally relevant food. I think I would also offer that would love to have y'all also like table at the Meadowview Farmers Market. I know that my team is there every first Sunday of the month and would love to offer that opportunity to all of you as well. And yeah, I just wanted to say really, really great job. And it's always tough to go first, right? And y'all did an incredible job. And so congratulations, you made it, and great presentation.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Wonderful. And also just congratulations. And tell me again, what's your team name?
Our team name is Dine Without Borders.
So why'd you guys, is it the topic that you guys decided? Is that what?
For Dine Without Borders, we chose to look at the history of redlining. Redlining refers to the process of labeling areas as poor investment areas or like do not invest areas. And while this practice has been considered illegal now its impact still remains today. There have been these invisible borders where areas are considered low income or like risky investment areas. Yes, and these areas are usually where people of color live. And most major grocery chains would not want to invest in here. And our goal is to make sure fresh and healthy food is available to everyone so everyone can dine without borders.
I love it. Well, congratulations and good work, Dine Without Borders.
Thanks so much.
The next group that we have is Jade Dragons with a Z. All right, Jade Dragons with a Z. Take your time to shine.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Nidhi Sista, and I am a recent graduate from Intercom High School, and I am one of the peer mentors for my team, the Jade Dragons.
Turn the mic on. Can you flip the button up? There you go.
Hi, City Council. My name is Sophia Hawarne. I'm a rising senior at MP3 High School, and I'm one of the peer mentors for my group, Jade Dragons.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Isaiah Sacero, and I'm a rising senior at Rio Linda High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Brian Yee, and I'm a rising junior at Sheldon High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Jaden Daniel, and I'm a rising senior at Discovery High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Imajane Bonton-Morgan. I'm a rising sophomore at Grant Union High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Janaya Sink, and I'm a rising sophomore at John F. Kennedy High School.
Good evening, my name is Dayon Garcia. I'm a rising sophomore at CKM McClatchy.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Tobias Carnes, and I'm a rising senior at the Met Sacramento High School.
Hello, my name is Leroy Yee. I'm a rising junior at JFK High School.
Hello, my name is Briseis Belton, and I'm a rising junior at Leroy Green Academy. And this is our project, Sexual Assault Awareness.
Good afternoon, City Council. Me and my group, the Jade Dragons, decided to bring awareness to sexual assault and harassment. This is our table of contents of all the slides we're going to be presenting today. And we're going to be starting off with the definition and background of sexual assault and harassment.
While sexual assault and harassment are similar, there are differences between the two. Sexual assault is when physical sexual actions are inflicted on another person without their consent, while sexual harassment is a non-physical but sexual gesture or comment made to or about another person repeatedly.
To begin, in Sacramento alone, there's been 1,100 reported rape cases between 2019 and 2023. Many cases went unreported as either the victim does not know where or how to report the issue. In addition, said by Sacramento Bee in an article, they have said, allegations should be taken seriously. Sex offenders would be prosecuted correctly and victims would receive justice. But instead, they're being ignored and victims are waiting years and even sometimes decades to receive justice, and offenders are walking freely and without punishment. Megan's Law is a federal law that is required by federal agents to register sex offenders and making our communities and youth safer and a happier environment.
We gave a survey to the youth of Sacramento and got 155 responses. About 21% say the assault happened in a public setting. 38% say their schools give education about sexual assault/sexual harassment. 72.5% say they didn't report their sexual assault/sexual harassment cases. Less than half of the youth we surveyed know how to report sexual assault. This graph shows a question that we asked. 62.3% of the youth we surveyed agreed that sexual assault is an overlooked topic. These numbers show we need more education, more support, and more safer spaces for people to speak up about their experiences.
So, what are the causes of sexual assault and harassment? Social norms that condone violence, inappropriate attempts to handle emotion, sexist beliefs of an individual, and projecting trauma and using violence to handle it. These are the main reasons for the cause of sexual assault and harassment.
So what are some of the existing resources we have? Some of the existing resources we have are My Sister's House and Weave. These are also some organizations you can contact if you need help. But if you need immediate help, you could always call 911. Megan's Law is put in place to convict sex offenders when needed.
Our proposal, Project Phoenix, represents strength, power, and growth from traumatic experiences. Our project focuses on spreading awareness to the public about what sexual assault is, or to the public about sexual assault and what sexual assault is. We are asking for assistance from City Council to hand out our awareness flyers around different districts and events happening around Sacramento. We also have a QR code on our flyer that is coming up that takes you to our example Instagram page, which has a link tree to multiple resources for people or victims in need.
Passing out these flyers will give victims a chance to speak out about their tragic experience while also letting them know that they are not alone.
Check out our digital flyer. Here's an example of our Instagram post we want to make. Plus, we got a QR code that takes you to our link tree, a hub for resources if you need help or want to talk about past experience. Scan the QR code or head to our Instagram for more info.
These are billboards that we designed. As you can see, we included a phone number and a website to Weave Inc. Weave Inc. is an existing organization that can help people with the aftermath of their situation if they're still dealing with this heavy matter. On this next slide, me and my team made a PSA video about sexual assault and harassment awareness.
Hey, I see you around school and I thought you were great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Can you not do that, actually? I don't know you.
Why not?
Because I don't know you, and that's kind of weird, and I'm not really comfortable with that.
Relax, I'm just trying to be friendly.
Hey, Maya, there you are. We're supposed to go to the cafe today.
Oh, yeah, that's so bad that I forgot about that.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, are you okay?
I mean, I'm just kind of uncomfortable. That was a very awkward situation, and I didn't know what to do.
If that ever happens again, there's ways to get help.
But where am I supposed to go to find others to relate to the situation? If I'd known about these programs sooner, then I wouldn't have felt so alone and scared to open up about such a serious problem like this.
Yeah, I know. That's why my team and I made this project to educate the youth in our community. Well, here are some papers you can take to reach out to sexual assault programs.
This is why we need your help, City Council, to be able to spread more information to the youth in our community. We believe that if this heavy topic could be taught by kids, it will make more of a positive impact to kids.
Thank you, City Council. We are now open to any questions.
I think we have some Emmy-winning award actors here. Councilmember Bang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Well, first, let me just say congratulations to J Dragons for being the second group to come up and present and working so hard to get to this moment. This is a really heavy topic, a very difficult issue that impacts our young people when you're talking about addressing sexual assault or even teen dating violence, because we know that there are traumatic experiences that happen during adolescence when you're young. And when these incident occurs, it can have long-term, long-life harmful impacts, right? And so really appreciate you all being bold and courageous enough to select this topic, because it is a really heavy topic, and I want to acknowledge that. And in your presentation, you shared about how often, so often, there are not enough spaces for young people, or even in schools, to discuss what healthy relationships may look like, to discuss about what sexual assault is, even including conversation about modeling healthy behaviors around boundaries, respect, communication. And so I just want to say thank you for centering this issue. It's really, really important. And great job on the PSA, right? I think a big part of the PSA is communicating that, that there are spaces that you can go to, right? I'm really grateful that you all didn't start from scratch and like, I'm gonna create my own phone line, whatnot, but that there are organizations out there doing this work, and how do we ensure that we get that information to our young people? And so definitely would take up the offer that y'all gave to me, that yes, absolutely, we have lots of community events, happening this month, next month, and would love to share that information at our community events. And so those are all my comments. I really don't have any question. I think it's just really courageous for y'all to take on this topic, because it is very heavy, and just wanted to say great job. I'm really proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Councilmember Jennings.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I was very impressed with the work that you put into locating the resources during the survey and the education process of getting the word out about sexual awareness, sexual assault awareness. And I was just really proud of you. And I think my question to you is that you feel in doing your research that there are enough resources out there to address the issue of sexual assault awareness?
There are resources, but the thing is that a lot of people don't know about them. And we really do need to bring it to a lot of people's attention, because if you don't know about them, how are you going to use them? That's yeah.
Please.
I feel like most kids are just scared to reach out because they feel like someone's not going to believe them, or they're going to think that anything else could happen. And there are resources, but I feel like not enough to where kids could be anonymous and tell their story, to where you can be heard, but not anybody know who you are.
Anybody else want to add to that? All right. So all of us have community events in our districts, and I would love to set up a table that would allow you to bring your flyers and then your voice and other resources that you may gather in the process if you want to come out and to talk to the kids, in a safe environment where you can talk and you can help them as well. But that's available to you in my district, and I'm sure in all of our districts. So I just want you to know about that, because that's just another way to be able to do it. But I'm really proud of you for taking on this courageous subject, and you've done a great job. I'm proud of each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I want to echo my former colleagues that this is brave. You guys give me hope, because it's not something I've been quiet about. I am a domestic violence survivor, so it's real. And the only reason I knew, even as an attorney, resources is because somebody I went to law school was working at Weave. So my question, because I think what you said, young lady, is so impactful and is what we as adults need to hear, is there are organizations out there that are run by adults that teens do not feel like they will be seen or heard, or they will feel like they will be judged. What I would like to empower you guys to do is come up with an idea of how we could potentially partner so that you guys could feel like if you promoted organizations that you would be heard. Because I can tell you right here, there's Leah Shank, who does Impact, who works on the streets every day to address this, that she's hearing you. And she knows what you guys are saying is true. So how do we make a program and make something different so that you guys can go into your schools? You can do presentations and have your schools do presentations that can get this information out, that your fellow students know that it's a safe place to go. And you got ideas? Let me know, because I'm already working with Impact, Family Justice Center, Weave, my sister's house. So use me and my knowledge in my area in this arena to help you expand it. Just get a hold of my office. But what you guys did was really brave and really important. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your comments. And the next speaker is Councilmember Dickinson.
Well, thank you, Vice Mayor. And like my colleagues, I very much appreciate your presentation and Dine Without Borders as well. I have a question which really follows on what from Councilmember Kaplan was saying. And often people don't hear messages because they aren't delivered by people that they pay attention to. So my question for you all is, who do you think are the most trusted messengers for what you're trying to make sure that all your contemporaries, all your schoolmates learn and understand about both the incidents of sexual violence and assault and the resources that are available?
I feel like the kids should be able to go and talk to the adults because the adults are the people who should be taking action. But I also feel like the kids feel like they can listen to a person their age more than they can talk to a person that's older than them. And that shows a lot, because if you can't talk to an adult, there's really nobody you can talk to unless a friend. But friends can't really do that because you're all in the same age group. So it's like they can't do this for you no more than an adult can do for you.
That doesn't surprise me at all, and I think that makes you all acolytes to carry this message and to expand it and grow it and share it with all your classmates and others, because you're going to be more effective than we are in lots of times and lots of ways. So thanks for your report. Thanks for your continuing work and caring about this issue.
All right, thank you. Everybody, another round of applause for the Jade Dragons. And next up, we have the Pink Starfish. I'm loving these names. Pink Starfish. Welcome.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Isaiah Nathaniel, and I'm a rising senior at Rosemont High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Morgan Flournoy, and I am a rising junior at NP3 High School. And we are the peer mentors for the Pink Starfish.
Good evening. My name is Harsh Gill. I'm a rising junior at Intercom High School.
Good evening. My name is Bryden Nguyen. I am a rising sophomore from Intercom High School.
Good evening. I'm Mahir Hassan, and I'm a rising sophomore at Intercom High School.
Good evening. My name is Jasmeet Garjima, and I'm a rising sophomore at MP3 High School.
Good evening. My name is Juliana Hernandez, and I'm a rising junior at Luther Burbank High School.
Good evening. My name is Emily Vong, and I'm a rising senior at Cava Sutter.
Good evening. I'm Alyssa Calderon, and I'm a rising junior at Leroy Green Academy.
Good evening, Council. Today we'd like to bring awareness of isolation on mental health, specifically within our youth. Our group has curated a program called Project CARE. Our acronym stands for Connection, Awareness, Resources, and Education. They are the pillars of our program that we strive to provide. And on the next slide, you'll see a table of contents, and this is an overview of our project.
Since the pandemic, more teens are feeling isolated than ever before. In Sacramento, about 1 out of 5 kids are struggling with mental health issues. That's around 71,800 people like us dealing with things like loneliness, unstable homes, or unhealthy habits. If they don't get the support they need, it can cause even more problems and make it harder for them to succeed in life.
We aim to launch a free youth-led peer support group that is incorporated in our 4 core values, which are care, awareness, resources, and education. We would like to do this by gaining funding through Measure L, which promotes youth development and violence protection, aligning closely with our mission. Additionally, we'll also like to utilize Measure U funds to rent out long-term spaces for the youth peer support group, and also to make it accessible and community-based.
Creating this youth-led peer support group will be the first step to supporting those teens who are suffering from isolation, so they won't find other negative ways to cope or bottle up their emotions. These teens will be able to progress and socialize with those who truly understand them.
Not only will this reduce the risk of heart disease, but it will leave an impact on our youth today. This will leave an impact by reducing the risk of mental illnesses and distress. An analytic that I have found is that 2 out of 8% of children have been diagnosed with a serious mental disorder. This is roughly about 176 million children. And if we use this knowledge according to Sacramento, at least 45,000 children in Sacramento have a youth disorder. With your help, you will help us foster social connection and reduce social isolation.
We sent out a survey to over 200 youth in Sacramento with the goal of making sure that they felt heard and supported. In order to do that, we asked open-ended questions. And one question that got many responses was, what do they wish city leaders and adults understood better about teen isolation and mental health? As you can see above, we did a handful of responses, but one that really stuck out to us was that teen mental health isn't just about stress. It's about feeling heard, connected, and supported in a world that often overlooks our voices. We've all heard the quote that the youth is our future, so if you care about our future, you should care about this.
In our survey, we also found that most people from ages 12 to 24 sometimes felt lonely and isolated. In fact, in the past month, 39.1% of people sometimes felt disconnected from others, while 23.9% of the respondents often felt disconnected from others.
We also asked teens if they ever had anyone to talk to about their problems, and over 41% said they never or rarely have anyone to express their feelings to. Then we asked if there was a safe space in their city for teens to hang out and learn and gain support, would they attend, and over 43% said that they would go.
The next slide will be our PSA video about a teenager who was left out by his friends, but later finds a community through the youth-led peer support group made by Project Care.
Good? Yeah, bro. Oh, my friend said they were busy, but they're really hanging out without me.
If you want, I can show you this project on Instagram. They host like these little youth event groups on every Friday. Did you come?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Thank you.
See ya.
So bad.
Man, nice to meet you, man. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good, man. We can start off by going around, just saying everyone's names. You want to start off? Well, we see you next week. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
See you next Friday.
Bye.
Project Care is a youth-led support group. We care, so should you.
This is our proposed billboard. Our example Instagram handle is there so that locals can get an idea of the kind of resources our program would provide. These billboards would be placed around the city, especially near community centers where our program would be hosted. Youth experiencing isolation or their concerned parents will have access to the information both online and in person. Here is our logo with which we will hopefully put on stickers to get our name out there. Our logo represents our support for our community and it serves as a reminder that our community is never alone.
Social media apps today tend to look too picture perfect and sets a ideal image, creating a feeling of isolation within social media. We created our proposed flyer with our proposed Instagram account to help spread awareness and help people to learn how to care for one another without having to worry about the quote-unquote social media standard.
Here's Project Care's proposed website link and Instagram. Feel free to check them out.
We care, so should you.
Is the pink starfish named Patrick? Okay, got it. All right, Councilmember Maple.
Is SpongeBob still cool? Do we like SpongeBob? Do we know what SpongeBob is? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's the Patrick reference. Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. And I just want to congratulate you on an excellent job. I thought you brought some great resources. This is a very important topic, as we all know. We heard a lot about this actually last year at Summer at City Hall, and we know it's a continuing to be a concern among young people, especially in the age of social media, where we are constantly comparing ourselves to others and seeing folks who might be portraying a version of their life that maybe isn't necessarily what they're experiencing every day. So I thought that was a really great point that you made. The other thing that I appreciated was a lot of times people have big ideas, but they don't also figure out where the money comes from. And that's usually our job up here, is how do you take an idea and figure out how to fund it? And so I really appreciated that you identified the source of funding, Measure All funds, on how the program will be funding. So the question I have is, are you aware of any other programs, maybe some of the ones that are already funded through Measure All or that just exist in the city that are similar and that maybe people could get connected to?
Unfortunately, we haven't found as many programs, but there are programs like this one, of course, Summer at City Hall. The thing is, there's not a lot that have a lot of popularity, at least none of that have catched our eyes.
Okay, well, that's a great answer. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, next speaker is Councilmember Vane.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. First, I just want to say congratulations for making this far, Team 3, Pink Starfish. I want to say I'm really proud of your survey response. I think 197 respondents is really impressive, because sometimes when we do city survey, we're lucky we get 10. So great job on the respondents. I think that's really great. I also want to say I just scan your QR code as well, so you now have 25 followers. So give Project.Care Instagram a follow if you haven't already. And this is a really, really important topic. I think this is very similar to Councilwoman Maple. This was a topic that was pretty prevalent last year. We had several groups presenting on mental health as well. And so, yeah, this is a huge issue, right? I'm no longer a young person, although I call myself a yelder. I'm young and I'm old, so I'm a yelder. But I know that so many young people are experiencing a different world, very different from when I grew up, right? And the multiple stressors that you all face, not just the responsibility in school, but your family, your community, your friends, and sometimes all of it can feel so much. I think what I love about your PSA is that what you're trying to do here is really normalize about talking about mental health. And I think that's really the first step. And so just really wanted to say great job, really proud of y'all. And then I can't get off the mic without just acknowledging my Summer at City Hall intern, Emily Vong, who's in Group 3 as well. I just want to give her a shout out. She's done incredible work in our office and want to give her a shout out, but great job. And yeah, great job, Pink Starfish. Really proud.
Love it. And next up is Councilmember Jennings.
So my colleagues have said just about everything that I wanted to say. I just wanted to kind of add on to it just a little bit, because I think the thing that impressed me a lot was something that I can carry with me for the rest of my life. And that was the slogan that you made up. And I want you to repeat it with me. We care.
So should you.
Let's do it louder. Let's do it one more time. So all of us up here.
All of us. Ready?
We care.
So should you.
Right. You got to take that everywhere you go because it resonates, right? And because we care, so should you. You should care about me and my feelings and what I'm going through and stop for a second, get out of yourself and just look at what's happened to the next person around you because we all are our brothers and sisters keeper. So that really resonates. I mean, the whole thing was great, but the slogan is one that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And so thank you so much for that gift.
And next up, we have the Voices Against Violence.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Hussein. I'm a Somali, and I'm a rising junior at Valley High School, and I'm a peer mentor.
Hello, City Council. My name is Shriyam Karthik. I'm an upcoming senior at Westlake Charter High School, and I am the peer mentor for Voices Against Violence.
My name is Jane David. I'm a rising senior at Westlake Charter High School.
Hello, my name is Christian Garcia, and I'm a rising sophomore at Rosemont High School.
Hi, I'm Anjuna Kohli, and I'm a rising sophomore at Mariloma High School.
Hi, my name is Kelvin Rivera, and I am a rising senior at MP3 High School.
Hello, my name is Journey Merrill. I'm a rising junior at John F. Kennedy High School.
Hello, my name is Isabel Barajas, and I'm a rising junior at Westlake Charter High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Sambridia Adhikari, and I'm a rising senior at Intercom High School.
Hello, my name is Monali Dor, and I'm a rising sophomore at the School of Engineering and Sciences.
Good evening. My name is Ileana Cromwell, and I'm an upcoming junior at the Met Sacramento High School. Good evening, Council. Next thing I will talk about is our contest, which I will be explaining what we are doing today. This includes background information, data, comparison and solution, our PSA video, flyer, and billboard.
Let's take a moment to really think about what street violence is. It's not just a headline. It's not something that just happens somewhere else. It's happening right here, right now, on sidewalks we walk on every day, in neighborhoods we know, to people we love. Street violence includes assaults, robberies, and shootings. But at the center of a lot of it is something we don't really pay attention to. Gangs often recruit young people who are just trying to survive, kids who feel unheard, unseen, or unprotected. They offer a false sense of family, of protection, of power. But what they really bring is pain. Pain to the kids they destroy, pain to the families they destroy, and pain to the whole communities who are left to pick up the pieces after every fight, every injury, and every lost life. These aren't just crime statistics. It's about trauma. It's about kids seeing their friends shot, about families afraid to let their children walk to school. It's about whole communities living in fear and silence. And the worst part is it becomes a cycle. When children feel unheard or unseen, they often resort to violence as the only way to survive.
For feedback, we sent out our survey to youth across all 8 districts in Sacramento. We received 100 total responses. 87% of survey takers agree that street violence is a concern, while 18% have experienced some form of street violence in the past. We asked on a scale of 1 to 10 how safe responders felt in their community, with a 1 meaning unsafe and a 10 meaning safe. 41% responded with a 5 and under. We also received some quotes from this survey. These 2 stuck out to us. Street violence is a problem, especially in the Sacramento area, since there are certain parts that are heavy in gangs and altercations. This is something I believe should get solved soon in order to provide a safer community for Sacramento residents. The second quote, I think it's a huge topic that is normalized and overlooked. These quotes show that street violence is a genuine concern of the youth in Sacramento, and it is clear they want acknowledgement and action taken towards this issue.
Now that we understand what street violence is and why it's a problem, let's talk about what we can actually do about it. Here's our proposal. First, we start with awareness. That means more than just talking. It means educating. hosting community events, running campaigns, and sharing stories to help people actually understand what street violence is and what's the actual problem. Second, we provide resources. A lot of street violence stems from things like lack of mental health support, poverty, and not having safe spaces to go to. We propose building partnerships with local nonprofits and city programs to make sure youth and families have access to things like counseling, job training, and mentorship.
Third, we want to launch a grant program. This would allow small community-based organizations, especially those led by the youth, to apply for funding to run their own anti-violence initiatives. Whether it's art programs, sports, or peer education, we believe that empowering the youth to lead the change is key. And finally, we are focused on creating a lasting impact. We don't want this to be a one-time campaign. We are looking at long-term solutions, things like youth advisory councils, regular workshops, and city-supported coalitions to keep this work moving. Together, we can turn concern into action and action into change.
This proposal isn't just a plan on paper. It's a vision for a safer Sacramento, one where youth feel heard, supported, and protected.
Baltimore is a strong example on how we can prevent it when the right programs are used. Through a program called Group Violence Reduction Strategy, which is also known as GVRS, Baltimore has helped those by offering life coaching, job training, mental health support, and mentors from the community. They also have trained violence interrupters to step in and calm down conflict. From these actions, real shootings and homicides dropped over by 30%. Sacramento should implement something similar.
This is our billboard, which me and my team members created to spread awareness on the road and to educate drivers about street violence.
We will now be moving on to our PSA video. Disclaimer, there is gun violence involved, so please be prepared.
Dude, you won't believe what happened to me yesterday. I was trying to rob this guy's stuff, but he wouldn't just resist, so then I had to shoot him.
That's crazy. I should have been there with you that night to help you out.
Right? So what do?
Kevin!
Officer Garcia reporting for duty.
Let's go, I got my number one up. I'm so happy. Hey, freeze!
You have the right to remain silent. You are under arrest.
No!
I miss my son.
Hey, I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about your friend and your son. I think you guys should look into this. I feel like it would help you lead a life that isn't filled with violence. Thank you.
The purpose of the video is to show that being included in street violence has no positives. This video shows how 2 lives are being affected. 1 life was taken and another had to go to jail to pay for his actions. But these actions don't just affect these 2 people. These actions also affect the families, the schools, and the community overall. This video also showcases how important it is to prevent youth violence and how many people may not be aware of it. So please spread the word to stop street violence.
Our website is a prototype created to raise awareness about the issues we're focusing on and to share our ideas with the community. It includes a PSA video, a survey to get community feedback, contact info to reach us, and access to helpful hotlines. There's also an About Us page that introduces each team member and their role in the project. Everything on the website is part of our prototype and made to be simple, clear, and informative.
Moving on to our flyers, on the left side, we have Street of Silence, which targets the youth community and also focuses on breaking the cycle of violence.
For the flyer on the right side, this flyer is another call to action, instructing our viewers to break the cycle of violence once more. Some of our proposed contact information is listed for those in need. Here is all of our proposed contact information.
Street violence, especially gang violence, is truly preventable if we treat it like the crisis it is. We need to invest in healing, not just punishment, and start fighting for the youth of Sacramento instead of fearing them. That's what Voices Against Violence is truly about. We are here to break the silence, break the cycle, and rebuild safety together. Thank you for your time and consideration. We are now ready for questions.
Wow, that
that was just so powerful. Thank you so much. The first speaker is Councilmember Kaplan.
I agree. Wow. Are you sure you're still in high school? And I want you guys, I say that in a little bit of jest, but also to say that I recognize that you're talking about a really serious topic that affects you as youth that you should never have to deal with, and something that you shouldn't have experience with, and something that you shouldn't be coming to us as adults for help with. I got your email. I will invite your group, and if you want, I hold a community kind of roundtable meeting with a lot of youth violence interrupter individuals, talking about what we can do and how we can work together, and hearing from the teen voice, but also connecting you guys, I think would be really important. I also set out to my staff of what would it take, of how can my office find a way to create a stipend to even figure out your next step of what you asked for, of raising some money to create a flyer, a PSA on a more professional level so that you guys can get your message out, because you guys should be the voice. If we have adults haven't figured it out, then we should be looking to you for you guys to reach your peers, because I know sometimes listening to adults is not what you want to do, but if you guys can make a difference, then that's what we need to do. And I just want you to know, I just was on the phone yesterday with our police chief, and I said, Baltimore's doing some amazing things with youth violence prevention. What are we doing here with our Office of Violence Prevention? And how can we take what they're doing and do some things different? So you guys are on the right track of what we need to look at and what we need to do. But I am happy to be a catalyst to help you guys spread the word of what you're doing. So thank you for tackling this topic and delving in deep of how can we make Sacramento better for our youth. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker is Councilmember Bang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Great job, Team 4, Voices Against Violence. And also found it interesting because I know the terms usually violence, youth violence, whatnot, but you named it as street violence, which is something that happens in public spaces, right? You see that with fights, assaults, stabbings, or gang-related violence. So really just wanted to say great job. I think one question I had for all of you, and I think this topic, I will also share, it's really heavy because this past summer we've lost a lot of young people on the streets, given gun violence in our city. And oftentimes what I've heard from youth as well, youth advocates and youth themselves, is that there are deeper issues like poverty, lack of opportunities, trauma, that or even lack of trust in institutions, schools, cities, that leads to a lot of street violence. And I just wanted to ask, did you all have an opportunity to dive deeper to look at some of the root causes of street violence? That was my first question.
So the main causes that we found, like we mentioned before, are lack of mental health support, lack of opportunities, and a bunch of trauma. I feel like that's a really big thing in Sacramento, like you said. I feel like that's all we really found, but I feel like if we looked a little deeper, if we had more time, we would definitely find a lot more causes to this one huge problem.
Yeah, no, great job and great answer too. Absolutely. I think it's not just one day someone wakes up and there's an incident that happens, right? It is a culmination of indicators that lead to street violence. And so looking at the root causes is so important. And in your PSA, you addressed it. In your presentation, you addressed it as well, from everything like providing safe spaces for our youth. And then someone had also mentioned job opportunities as well in their presentation, right? And so I just thought, yeah, overall, it was just your PSA, your presentations was incredibly powerful and very relevant. In the city of Sacramento, we've seen an uptick in youth violence and street violence in our city, and so I really appreciate y'all centering this important topic. So great job, really proud of y'all.
Thank you. And Councilmember Dickinson.
Thanks. I very much appreciate your presentation, and all the teams are terrific. Oftentimes, there's enormous, as you know, better than perhaps we do, there's a tremendous amount of peer pressure to conform to behavior which is ultimately violent or leads to violence. Peer pressure from your contemporaries, but also from people slightly older than you, but they know who to come after to try to persuade to go down that path rather than a more positive path. And I'm just curious if there's a strategy that you all think would be the best approach to try to combat that kind of pressure, the pressure to go in the direction of antisocial or violent behavior or joining a gang. Is there some strategy that you think works or would work best?
So I feel like I feel like I keep going back to our presentation, but like we mentioned again, bunch more opportunities. I feel like when youth have way more than just one opportunity that follows their friends, they tend to like look at the other options as well. So the more options we're able to give to our youth, the more options they have to choose from. So that gives us more opportunities to kind of go away from peer pressure and following what their like elders or peers are doing. I don't know if that makes any sense or.
It does. I think it makes complete sense. I think it's exactly right. And our part of our job, but it's the community's job, is to provide those options and those opportunities to connect to the positive activities, and not just to create them, but also to make sure that they're known to young people that those options and those alternatives that are available, that they don't have to give in to the pressure that there are a lot more young people and older people alike that want to have a healthy, happy community, not one, as you displayed in your PSA, not one that has that kind of devastating effects on so many. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, round of applause one more time. Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, and next up we have Roar and Restore.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Amanda Kwong. I'm a rising junior at Christian Brothers High School, and I'm one of the peer mentors for my group, Roar and Restore.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Camille Dixon. I'm a rising junior at Cabo High School, and I'm also a peer mentor for Roar and Restore.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Darmi Singareddy, and I'm a rising junior at NP3 High School.
Good evening. My name is Cole Bauer, and I'm a rising senior at CK McClatchy High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Alamjeet Kandola, and I'm a rising sophomore at MP3.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Amraz Gill. I'm a rising junior at Intercom High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Isabel D. George, and I am a rising junior at Rio Linda High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Nafisa Mahmood, and I'm a rising senior at NP3 High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Peggy Lynn. I'm a rising sophomore at Rosemont High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Hanya Shakil, and I'm a rising senior at Thomas High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Grant Wong, and I'm a rising senior at John F. Kennedy High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Camila Elias. I'm a rising sophomore at Sava High School.
Today, council members and vice mayor, we hope to tell you all about the water pollution that runs through our Sacramento rivers.
What is water pollution? Water pollution is when harmful substances like chemical, waste, or harmful microorganisms contaminate water bodies.
The problem. In Sacramento, pollutions from creeks flow into the Sacramento River, mainly from PFAS, bacteria, and heavy metals. PFAS are man-made chemicals that resist heat, water, and oil, also being known as forever chemicals that don't break down easily and end up staying in our environment for years. The EWG, also known as the Environmental Working Group, reports PFAS in Sacramento waters are often above safety levels, posing health risks. Another study that was done by UC Davis found high PFAS in fish from our Sacramento River, harming animals along with those who eat fish. Raising awareness about PFAS, the pollution in our waters, is important because it can cause serious health problems and limitations.
Our research primarily looked at the American and Sacramento rivers. A study done by the Central Valley Water Board found that out of 12 monitoring stations on the lower American River, 10 at some point exceeded the objective limit for E. coli bacteria, and out of those 10, 5 exceeded the limit more than half the time. The Sacramento River has been denoted as impaired by a multitude of chemicals, including copper, mercury, and 15 different types of pesticides. These chemicals can contaminate rivers, which results in the killing of animals, their unusability for recreation, and the destruction of their natural beauty.
We surveyed people all around Sacramento from many different age ranges and received 150 responses.
From those responses, over 45% said that they have not heard about water pollution in Sacramento. This highlights the obscurity of water pollution as an issue throughout Sacramento.
From our survey, we also asked a question of what water pollution looked like at the waterways near your home. 88 people said seeing garbage, and 88 said seeing dirty water, along with other types of pollutions such as algae, dead fish, and a foul smell. We then asked the question, because of this pollution, what do you become limited from doing? 106 people answered swimming, along with other things such as boating, paddleboarding, and canoeing, and such, showing that this negative effect on our waterways affects not only the environment, but us, the people of Sacramento.
And when asked how frequently they saw garbage in nearby waterways, a whopping 18% responded with all the time, while 36.7% responded with often and 37.3% with occasionally. This illustrates the crucial need for further awareness and action regarding water pollution across Sacramento.
We also collected personal testimonies from the community members who took our survey. So we're going to read some. This person felt sad and distraught because over the last 10 to 15 years, it has gotten especially bad near the rivers.
Someone also said it was discouraging and uncomfortable to be around in those areas since they were not clean and maintained.
Our final person felt frustrated because the waterways are public spaces and should be able to be used by the public effectively.
This is our promotional flyer. It includes important information such as why this issue is important, looking at how it damages the environment and the habitats and ecosystems the animals live in. It also spreads diseases that kills those animals. And it also shows how we can help through participating in river cleanups, being more active and aware of your environment, and also being more active in the community. And on the right is our logo, which can be put on various promotional material.
This is our billboard, and the slogan is mainly raising awareness about water pollution. On the side, the picture is the placeholder, and down there is our group name, which is Roar and Restore.
This is our proposed social media page. We had used this to inform communities of when river and creek cleanups are, and we would also give information on how we can limit pollutants going into our waterways. Next is our PSA video, and it's a little loud, so be warned.
So excited to be going swimming next weekend.
I know. What are you bringing?
I'm thinking about bringing. Why would you throw that in there?
It's just one piece.
Just one piece?
So Grant, why did you throw the trash into the creek?
It was practical and convenient.
Only going swimming.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at how dirty the creek is.
I guess that one piece really did make a difference.
Yeah, it did. I don't even want to swim in here anymore.
Guilty. How do you feel that Grant threw trash at you guys?
I felt polluted, rejected, and disrespected.
I agree.
So April, how do you feel about the creek being filled with trash?
I felt disgusted looking at that creek filled with garbage. Like, I didn't even want to swim in it or anything anymore. And I was so looking forward to it. And now, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm so excited.
Some current programs and laws Sacramento has taken to tackle water pollution is that in the Sacramento Code of Ordinances, specifically Chapter 8, it makes it illegal to dump hazardous waste in any body of water within Sacramento. The Sacramento Stormwater Quality Partnership is a program that helps this by organizing weekly cleanups, public education, and resources on how to prevent pollution. Despite these programs and laws, water pollution is still very prominent.
Our proposal is for the City of Sacramento to partner with existing environmental organizations to raise awareness about water pollution and encourage active public involvement. We would like the city to organize more frequent river cleanup events with the city's support to increase participation and visibility.
Thank you so much for your time, Council. Feel free to ask us any questions.
Wonderful job, and there's organizations like the River City Water Alliance that do this work that I know Councilmember Kaplan will probably comment on that we can connect you to, but just so much perfection in everybody's videos. I'm so impressed. Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. One of the organizations I am going to follow back up on, you guys did a great job, but it's called the River City Waterway Alliance, and they are a group of volunteers that are going through, and honestly, we have to clean up our creeks because it all flows into our rivers, and they have picked up over 3 million pounds of debris from our creeks and canals in 2.5 years. Many of us have just gone on the tour of where they're pulling out shopping carts, mattresses that are polluting our creeks. I know many of us host cleanups. I know Councilmember Dickinson as well. So one, follow River City Waterway Alliance because they have weekly cleanups. But we also do as well that I will happily have you guys come along because if you live north of the river, we have tons of canals and tons of creeks that I agree with you. It is a big issue that we know about. But not a lot of people understand how prominent and how difficult of an issue because I don't want the city of Sacramento to become Flint, Michigan. And that's Flint, Michigan has had troubles with their water quality and unable to have clean water. And because our creeks have so much pollution in it, we have to be careful that that doesn't get into our water filtration system. So the more we can do in highlighting this, happy to help, have you guys along when we do cleanups, but it really, if you can empower your friends to come help, it is a fun thing. I bring my kids along to help clean, but if we all work together, we can make a difference. So thank you for highlighting this. Good job.
Councilmember Bang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I just wanted to say great job. Very important topic. And I was also going to mention the River City Waterway Alliance as well. They're an incredible group that does great work in cleaning up our rivers and creeks. And just really wanted to say good job. I think your PSA was really powerful, and I think one of the ways that we can provide solution to this issue is one, I think all of us just need to make sure we recycle. That's like something that we can do individually. And then obviously you shared this in the PowerPoint in the presentation as well, but you can organize your own river and community cleanups, right? And you can participate. So everyone has a role to play. But overall, just really great job and awesome topic, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, Speaker, Councilmember Dickinson.
Thank you. You know, for years, probably 30 years or more, we've had something in Sacramento called Creek Week, which has been volunteers who go, and still do, thank you, yes, who've gone out and collected debris and things that have been discarded. And we've had lots of efforts, some of which were referred to by my colleagues on an ongoing basis. In light of all of those efforts, plus legal requirements, some of which you referenced in your presentation, the most startling thing I saw in what you told us was that 45% of your survey respondents didn't know we have a water pollution issue in Sacramento. That's pretty, I think, for me at least, both surprising and stunning. We have a lot of work to do, and what you presented us with, your good thoughts and good thinking and good suggestions, I think will help contribute to the work we all have to do to make sure that our fellow Sacramentans understand that just because the creek flows by doesn't mean that it's clean. Doesn't mean when there's runoff in the gutter that it's not contributing to water pollution, and we all have to be diligent and aware of protecting our waterways, because we survive because of clean water and clean air. And if we don't have those, we don't do very well. So thank you for the presentation and the work.
Councilmember Jennings.
I just want to congratulate you on a great job. I was really impressed with the entire presentation. But there was one thing that I saw that I think we all have to do. So we can go to the cleanups, and we should go to the cleanups, and we should clean up, you know, all the mess that we've made along the way. But you did something in your video where the person called out the person right there on the spot. And if all of us were to call out those who we see that pollute our waterways, just think about how much less work we would have to do when we go to clean it up all at one time. So I was really proud that you did that, because often we don't want to have to call out anybody. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be combative with our fellow friends. But I think when you call people out when they do anything wrong, it's the right thing to do. So I was really proud to see that part of you in your video. So good job.
Thank you. All right, one more time, round of applause. Next up, we have the Students Against Intoxicated Driving, SED.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Rose Lemus, and I am a rising junior at McClatchy High School and a peer mentor for Team SED, which stands for Students Against Intoxicated Driving.
Hello, Council. My name is Dylan Yee, and I'm a rising senior at Jesuit High School, and I'm another peer mentor for my group, Team SED.
Good evening. My name is Christopher Elwood, and I'm a rising junior at SES High School.
Good evening, Council. My name is Mary Claire Iguebe, and I'm a rising senior at Westlake Charter High School.
Good evening, Council. My name is David Garcia. I'm a rising senior at Discovery High School.
Good evening, Council. My name is Alexander Avila, and I'm a rising junior at Indercombe High School.
Good evening, Council. My name is Gabriel Lopez, and I'm a rising senior at Southall High School.
Good evening, Council. My name is Fatima Kadim, and I'm a rising sophomore at Rio Linda High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Krishma Mirzai, and I'm a rising junior at Sheldon High School.
My name is Luna, and I go to the Met High School.
Intoxicated driving is a widespread issue within the city of Sacramento. Historically, more than 800 DUI crashes happen per year, which commonly result in some sort of injury. Additionally, Sacramento is ranked second nationally in DUI case rates and first in the state. This form of substance abuse is very serious and requires additional attention. Moreover, intoxicated driving affects the youth as much as it does adults, the crash itself as well as the unexpected consequences that the crash may have.
Intoxicated driving happens when someone drives after drinking alcohol or using drugs. These substances slow down the brain, making it harder to focus, react, or drive safely. This increases the risk of a serious or deadly crashes. Beyond the danger, there are major consequences, like arrest, fines, losing your driver's license, or even jail. It can also cause emotional pain, damage relationships, and lead to financial and medical hardships.
So to test the concern of how many DUI cases, sorry, I'm so scared. So to test the concern of how many DUI cases,
Okay, so to test the concern of how many DUI cases happen here in Sacramento, we decided to survey the youth.
Yeah, so 126 youth responded to the survey. As you can see on the first graph, it shows that the majority of the youth who responded to the survey are 15 through 19 years old. On the next graph, you can see that 27% of youth have been in a DUI-related crash or know someone who has.
We then asked 2 more personal questions regarding drunk driving. We asked if they have consumed alcohol or been around others who have done so, and almost 3/4, 72.2% of our respondents answered with yes. Alcohol consumption is very popular in our city of Sacramento, and it puts our community at a higher risk of driving drunk. We also asked if drunk driving has affected their lives or the lives of anybody they know, and 32.6% of our respondents answered with yes. This may seem like a minority, but that is only 17% short of half of our respondents. As you can see, drunk driving is affecting our youth who are supposed to be Sacramento's future. If you care about our city, you need to care about the people who hold our future in their hands.
We asked participants to submit how drunk driving has affected them in their lives. With numerous responses, we decided to put up 3. One I will share. My father had decided to drink and drive before I was born. He was sent to jail. I was never able to see him until I was 12 years old. Having an absent father affected me a lot, and it all stemmed from him getting into drunk driving. I still see him to this day.
My group and I have decided to make a PSA video to demonstrate what would happen when you drink and drive. Yo, you trying to go to another party?
Yeah. No, you're swerving a lot. Be careful.
Yo, it's all right. We're going to be just fine.
Hi, sweetie. I'll be home for dinner. Love you.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Time of death, 10:59 p.m.
Drunk driving isn't something that just affects one person. It affects the other people on the road and the people you're driving with. If you or a loved one are struggling with drinking or intoxicated driving, please reach out to drunk driving hotlines or visit our website for further resources that help with drinking and intoxicated driving.
Here are some resources that our team has researched and gathered to help previous DUI drivers. Programs like Mothers Against Drunk Driving and Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service can provide help to those who need it. Other services like Lyft, Uber, and SAC-RT provide driving services as well as to keep intoxicated people off the road. We hope this will reduce DUI rates in Sacramento and make it a safer place.
This is our billboard, and with this, we are trying to get the attention of the youth and those who have been impacted by intoxicated driving. This red ribbon promotes intoxicated driving awareness, and our motto is promoting more thinking, less drinking.
Our group further decided to spread awareness through our proposed website. Our website gives an overview of the effect drunk driving has on people and provides sources, again, such as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, as well as suicide crisis hotlines. Our website will also link our Instagram, proposed Instagram, which will give an overview on what Team Said is and further awareness on intoxicated driving.
Another way that we plan to raise awareness is through spreading flyers. We plan to put these proposed flyers around bars or any place that serves alcohol or similar substances. We hope that people would be able to see the flyer and potentially change their mind on drunk driving, where the battlefield really is. When they look at the website, which is temporarily disabled, there will be resources to prevent another DUI case, as well as help them in the long term.
We want City Council to bring more awareness to the problem of drunk driving, especially for the future of Sacramento. The first means of awareness our group is willing to do is attend local events all around Sacramento. such as farmers markets, clothing markets, even food markets, just as a small part of the event, just in case people are interested in learning about how to drive safely in our city. We also hope to use social media to bring awareness to the problem. Due to the fact that other problems get addressed a ton via social media, we hope to bring that same attention to drunk driving.
Drunk driving affects more than adults. It also affects our youth in the city of Sacramento. Our group plans to implement our proposed ideas and spread awareness to lessen the amount of DUI accidents and drunk drivers on the road. We also want to educate our youth on how negatively impactful drunk driving can be on their lives. For Sacramento, let us protect our youth and protect our future by promoting more thinking and less drinking.
Thank you, Council. Any questions or comments?
I know I keep saying this, but like Emmy-winning award actors here, the videos are just incredible. Councilmember Maple.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. Excellent job. I don't know if you meant this or not or knew this, but actually there was a study that came out, or survey, in the last couple of weeks that shows that Sacramento has the third worst DUI rate in the nation. And I remember reading those news articles and being kind of shocked by that. And so, this is obviously a really, really important issue, and just really want to thank you for all your work that you put into this. Great video. I especially wanted to thank you for sharing your personal story. I think that was very brave and very powerful, because not everybody has, that would be a difficult thing to do. So I just really wanted to personally thank you. And so I love that you're using social media. I love that you're going out to events. Are there other ways that you think that you can get the word out, especially to young people, maybe in schools or somewhere else, that could help make them connect to your program and your message?
We believe it definitely should be taught in school more, and I think that letting people know that DUI checkpoints exist and what they are also important. So, yes.
Great. And I actually just have a quick follow-up question. I don't know the answer to this. Do they still teach the every 11 seconds in schools? Yes, okay, because I remember when I was in school, they would, take a student away from class for the full day and nobody knew they were there, and then they would do an assembly and talk about what had happened. And I still find that really, I'm a little bit older now. It's still really impactful to me, so I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Wonderful. Councilmember Vang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I just wanted to point out your survey results. I thought was really fascinating. When you had asked if anyone has been affected or know someone that's been affected by intoxicated driving, and about 26%, while that may seem small, that's pretty much 1 out of every 4 person you ask that's been impacted by intoxicated driving. And so just wanted to uplift that stat. I think that's really, really powerful. And I think one thing that I took away from the presentation is really, as adults, I think it's more powerful hearing it from young people, right? Having positive peer modeling empowerment is so important. And at the end of the day, as I was listening to your presentation, I was just thinking about how important and powerful it is for just young people to look out for each other and to tell their friends to just stop drinking while you're driving, right? And how powerful that can be. And so I just wanted to say great job. Also really love using the real survey stories in your presentation. I think that's really powerful and very important. And also the statistics of the consequences that happens when that does occur. And then I also also have to give a shout out because Charisma is in this group, and she's my intern at summer at City Hall. And so just want to give her a shout out as well. And great job. Really proud of you and proud of the whole entire team. So great job.
And the next speaker is Councilmember Jennings.
So this is a subject that's very near and dear to my heart. My father was in a major car accident because he was drinking, intoxicated, and a very serious accident that took a 1/4 inch off of his left leg. And so he had to have his shoes built up in order to be able to make up the difference in that. And he was never the same, all because of drinking. And so it was then that I made the decision as a young teenager that drinking would not be a part of my life. because I saw the effect on him, and I didn't want that to have the same effect on me. And so I think your message is a very powerful message for those of us who have loved ones and family members who have been in accidents or, have been the victims of alcohol. And so one of the things that I just want to give you as a resource, if you're going to take it forward, there are after-school programs in a lot of our school districts where the kids are there at the end of the day from 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock, 6:30. And those after-school programs are looking for people to come in and help their kids in different areas. This could be a great after-school program where you have a 12 class sessions and you're talking over 12 weeks or whatever number of weeks you decide on. But some curriculum where you're talking and you're educating kids about the dangers of being intoxicated, whether it be through alcohol and or drugs. And so I just want to let you know that after-school programs are out there, and they're looking for resources. They need more in order to help our kids. And these are kids that are in elementary school, middle school, and even in high school. So those things are out there, and so there's an actual audience that you can take advantage of if it's something you want to do. I'd love to help you with that if it's something you decide you want to do it. Good job.
Thank you. And next speaker is Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you. Alexander, I'm sure you saw that Intercom did every 15 minutes last year, which I helped sponsor at Intercom High School because I think it's really important that we get that message out. It's incumbent upon some of you in different high schools to ask if some of that programs can come because it is extremely powerful when everybody takes part in that. And thank you, Alexander, for telling your story. That was very brave. Do you guys know if any of your high schools have what's called Friday Night Lights? Because that is generally a group that gets together that talks about no drinking and spreading awareness. So that's something in your high schools that you can look at. And Mary Claire, thank you for being a good friend and a good mentor to Miss Luna. Luna, I adore you. She has been in my office for a year. She is my Met intern, and we're still working on her getting stage fright, but she has done an amazing job in growing. So don't beat yourself up. You did a great job. And thank you for being an upstanding young adult and coming in and helping your friend and standing by her so that she could regain her confidence to speak. That speaks a lot about who you are, and I just wanted to call it out and say I'm very proud of you for doing that. Good job.
Okay. And next up, we have Councilmember Dickinson.
Well, you made a terrific presentation, to be sure. And one of the interesting things about this issue, it seems to me, is we actually have spent collectively as a nation and through various ways a lot of time and effort and money trying to educate people on the risks and the dangers and the results of drinking and driving. And yet we continue to see it occur at a frightening level. Which suggests to me that, and I appreciate your thinking about this in the terms of putting your own presentation together, how we do a better job of reaching that segment of the population which seems immune to the public information and encouragement efforts that we've undertaken. I think perhaps it comes down, as we've been talking through so many of these presentations, to family-to-family conversations, to friend-to-friend conversations, to the kind of outreach efforts that you all have described in your presentation, but something that brings it to a human level rather than seeing a PSA on television. Maybe it's more, I'm worried about what happens if you drink and drive. I'm frightened for what will happen to you, not only others as well. And so I think, again, for so many of these issues which we find challenging in our society today to be successful at addressing, we need to think about new ways of going at them. And so for your presentation as well as the others, one of the takeaways for me is the different kind of thinking that you're bringing to this that I think can benefit all of us. So thanks very much.
All right, one round of applause. All right, next up we have the Violet Voice.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Tanya Gadia, and I'm a rising junior at NP3 High School. I'm one of the peer mentors for the group, The Violet Voice.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Sartak Sharma. I'm a rising junior at NP3 High School, and I am the other peer mentor for our group, The Violet Voices.
My name is Manal Wasim. I'm a rising sophomore at Natomas High School.
My name is Liana Castillo, and I am a rising junior at Sava High School.
My name is Mariah Taylor. I am a rising sophomore at School of Engineering and Sciences.
My name is Rawa Elfella, and I'm rising senior at Valley High School.
My name is Mariam Khalid. I'm a rising sophomore at MP3.
My name is Griffin Thoma. I'm a rising junior at West Campus High School.
My name is Rowan Benkert, and I'm a rising junior at McClatchy High School.
My name is Easton Swift, and I'm a rising sophomore at Lee Oregon Academy.
My name is Sophia Basco. I'm a rising junior at Indercombe High School.
Hello, my group is the Violet Voice. The topic that we are discussing is youth, independence, and empowerment, the problems within this category, and what we have to develop youth to grow.
Youth independence and empowerment strives to encourage the youth by offering connection, information, and resources. We hope to create a space where the youth can navigate their needs independently. As a group, we have narrowed down our issue to 3 main categories. A large portion of the youth needs access to basic necessities and community programs, are simply unaware of existing resources, and do not have access to a trusted adult or counselor.
As for stats, we had our peers and other youth within Sacramento take a survey. From that, we got that only 27% feel confident in terms of life after high school. As for access to supplies that promote independence, 48% they said that they have little to no access. And in terms of employment, 52% said they wanted a job, and 43% of which don't know where to look for one. This shows that more than half of our local youth feel unsure about life after high school and are unsure where to find the tools to help them gain the confidence they need. As for awareness of these resources, 71% said they were unaware of a program offering free food and clothing aid. 57% said they were unaware of free summer meals at the library, and 87% were unaware of the Sacramento Employment and Training Agency. 52% were unaware of how to get an RT pass, a student RT pass, and 76% said that they or someone they know has struggled with access to proper meals, clothing, and hygiene products. This proves that resources that can help people struggling with access to the items listed above are available. They just aren't marketed properly, and finding out about them can be difficult. The solution for this issue is that we propose creating a website and Instagram to better market this issue, since social media is popular between the youth, and make teen resources more accessible, including information on jobs, food, clothing, RT passes, and other sports services that help teens navigate their needs independently.
Most kids and teens rely on their parents to drive them everywhere, not only in the city of Sacramento, but many other places as well. Our mission is to provide info on how to get the resources for free public transportation, which will help reduce CO2 emissions and provide better transportation opportunities for our community.
Another resource we hope to connect the youth to is hygiene, clothing, and accessible meals. There are many programs that are already posted on our Instagram page which help teens gain access to free hygiene products, clothing items, and food services. There are many resources available for teens to get jobs and income, but not enough people know about them. Some examples include Primetime Team, SETA, of course, Summer at City Hall, and many more. These resources help to prepare you for future workforce, applications, and job searches. We plan to be the connection between youth and these resources.
One of the most important variables in getting our initiative implemented and our ask from you is spreading promotional materials to raise awareness for opportunities for empowerment and independence in Sacramento. Our proposed materials for community outreach are the following: 2 flyers to spread in historically underserved communities and something that could be posted in your district's community centers, a billboard to be displayed on freeways to target new teen drivers, a proposed website that serves as a hub of resources to be displayed on our flyers, proposed Instagram, and on the larger City of Sacramento website, and a reel to be posted on our proposed Instagram page, specifically directed towards teens and adolescents. Here's the video now.
Gosh, I need to do well in school, but in order to do that, I need school supplies. But I don't even know how to find a job or where to find a job, and I don't have any money. I guess I gotta go home.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to afford your driving lessons, so you're going to have to take the bus from now on. But I can't afford the bus.
Yes, you can!
Oh, who is you?
I am a representative for the youth empowerment and independence. Did you know that you're eligible to get a free RT pass as a student in Sacramento?
What?
Yeah!
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
Did you also know that there are free community programs in Sacramento that offer how to get a job?
No way! I've been really needing a job. Tell me more.
At Youth Empowerment and Independence, we strive to serve the youth. Join us now to begin your journey to honing your abilities as a young adult. Follow us at YouthIndependence_ for easier access to resources and guidance for you.
Can I just say, the music background you guys decided to choose on this video, wow.
Spinning monkeys is the best.
In conclusion, we would like you to help us by pushing out these marketing materials. This will create more awareness about Sacramento's youth empowerment resources, and it'll make our website and Instagram more accessible, and these will be hubs of the resources.
Thank you. Feel free to ask any questions.
Great job. Councilmember Dickinson. Yeah.
Especially access to transportation, because if you can get yourself around, that is the ticket to freedom. You know, the Beatles used to say it was a ticket to ride, but it's a ticket to freedom. Yeah. And when I was young, just a year or two ago, I learned that if I could ride the bus, I could go anywhere. I could do what I wanted to do, and it was, in fact, my ticket to freedom. So I'm really pleased that you emphasized that. And it doesn't have to be the bus. It can be your bicycle. I mean, it can be your feet walking. There are lots of ways to do it, but especially emphasizing for young people, and what I think we want to try to do much more of with Sacramento Regional Transit is communicate, especially to young people, that you, as you noted, you can ride for free. That's even cheaper than when I was a kid. So I'd like it even better now. In fact, I think I'll try it. You think I can pass for 15? Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
Councilmember Vang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Just want to take this moment to say congratulations for making it here. You are done with your presentation, and you should be so proud. And I also just want to say thank you for sharing the message of empowering and building independence among young people. I think that's so key. When I was listening to this, I was like, okay, what's the issue? What are they trying? Because it was so many things. But the theme is, how do we develop independence among young people, right? And you were touching everything from jobs to, transportation, to so many factors that can make a young person independent, right? I know that all of you are going to inherit a world that you didn't create. Right, and the world is so heavy. There's so much going on right now, and I'm hopeful because y'all are gonna help transform this city and this world, and that means that you also have to have the skills to navigate, right? To navigate this world so that you could be that change maker. You're already making that change now. And so I just thought this was really powerful. Something as simple as like youth independence. What does that look like? What does that mean? I don't think this is a topic that, since I've been here for 5 years, that we've actually touched upon. So I thought that was really different and unique, right? Usually it's like a very focused like issue, whether that's homelessness or all these other topics, but it's like youth independence. So I was like, oh, this is interesting where this is gonna go. But I thought it was incredibly powerful. And then I also just want to say, as someone who sits on the SETA board, the stats that you gave us, that 87% of folks that filled out your survey don't know anything about SETA. So we got a lot of work that we need to do. We've been around for 47 years, and I always tell SETA as a board member that we got to level up our comms game. Because we've been around for 47 years and so many people don't know about us. We finally just hired our first comms person, which is crazy after 47 years. So now we have like social media platforms. And we weren't even on Facebook or like on Instagram. It was crazy. And so we're leveling up, but I really appreciate that. I just wanted to name that because I think that's a flaw in our system, and you named it, and we have a lot of work to do at SETA. So I just wanted to name that as well. And just great job. Really, really proud of you, and really great topic, especially because y'all are the young folks, and we need to really listen to you about what it takes to make sure that you have the resources and skill set to take over this world. So thank you.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Just want to echo everything that was already stated, but also highlight, because my area in North Natomas, we don't have transportation equity. I only have 2 bus lines that take you way too long to get downtown, don't even run up and down Del Paso to get back and forth. So that's why when my former colleague here, who's now our senator, created a youth program, and I kept it one youth, is I have over 100 events a year that if you sign up to my one youth, that it is teen student focused. You guys go on a ping pong tournament, I put it on. But you got to be part of my one youth. I have a resource center. We have pizza parties, movie watch nights, cleanups, help at my events, because not every area in the city has a community center that our teens can go to. So that is something that you guys have highlighted that is not equal throughout our city of things to do. But keep pushing what you're doing. I love the idea of independence. Getting the helicopter parents, to let you start making your own decisions. And thank you for calling that out, because again, don't forget your voice is important. And the more you keep pushing this, I think you'll see some results. Good job.
Round of applause, everyone. All right, and next up, we have the Golden Grizzlies. Except for the Golden Grizzlies.
Good evening, City Council and Vice Mayor Talamantes. My name is Sammy Wang, and I'm an upcoming junior for West Campus High School and a proud peer mentor for the Golden Grizzlies.
Good evening. My name is Harsirat Kandola. I'm a graduate from MB3, and I'm also a peer mentor for the Golden Grizzlies.
Hello, City Council. My name is Siddhartha Arora, and I am a rising junior in Natomas High.
My name is Awen Jordan, and I'm a rising junior at CK McClatchy High School.
My name is Valerie Wilson, and I'm a rising senior at the Met Sacramento High School.
My name is Karia Griffin. I'm a rising sophomore at John F. Kennedy High School.
My name is Zainab Sultani, and I'm a rising senior at Natomas High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Kevin Kathri Chetri, and I'm a rising sophomore at Inderkum High School.
My name is Valeria Gonzalez Garcia, and I'm a rising junior at Grant Union High School.
Good evening. My name is Cadence Smith, and I'm a rising sophomore at Inderkum High School.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Mahit Kayal, and I'm a rising junior at Inderkum High School.
My name is Mackenzie Arredondo, and I'm a rising junior at CK McClatchy High School.
We are the Golden Grizzlies. Our project is Young Minds Green Solution with the slogan, Know Your Planet, Protect Your Future. We care about our Earth, and today we'll share how the Young Minds can help to protect it. For the background information, climate change is one of the most pressing issues facing our world today. In Sacramento, 43% of homes are at significant risk of wildfire, and 44% are at risk of flooding.
In order to protect the future, our youth deserve to know what's happening to the planet and what they can do to help. That's why environmental education is important, as it builds awareness and understanding of climate change and steps to reduce its impact on our planet.
The Golden Grizzlies would like to ask the Sacramento City Council for their support as we share youth-focused educational materials about climate change and climate action.
We sent out a survey to local teachers within Sacramento, and from the data we received, over 92% of the teachers surveyed reported that their students show interest in helping the planet, while all 100% of the teachers surveyed expressed agreement that their students would benefit from more engaging climate activities, both of which highlight the importance and need for environmental education among the youth.
In order to create an effective proposal, we sent out a survey to youths across Sacramento. From over 130 responses, more than 70% of the students rated themselves a 3 or lower on climate action, meaning that their knowledge is average or lower on the related topic. Not only that, but fewer than 12% of the students said that they learned about climate change and the proper steps to reduce it in elementary school. Dear council members, I would like to emphasize this data point as it highlights the gap of early environmental education in our school districts. Not only that, but nearly 80% of the students did express interest on educating younger youth about climate-related topics if they had the right materials, and that is where City Council comes in.
Based on this background information and our survey results, it is clear that it is so important that we focus on environmental education for kids at a young age to hopefully install good habits, beliefs, and behaviors that stay with them through adulthood. Through Young Minds Green Solutions, our goal is to educate youth about climate change in a way that's easy for them to understand and provide them with simple ways to protect their planet and their future. We would like, with your help, to partner with the Department of Youth, Parks, and Community Enrichment, as well as the Office of Climate Action and Sustainability, to put the materials that we've created into community centers, after-school programs, and community events, especially the ones that you each host in your own districts, including fairs, farmers markets, and so much more. The materials that we've created to help educate the youth include videos, an Instagram page, stickers and pins, activities, and much more.
This is our Instagram page we created to engage with middle schoolers and high schoolers to help them learn more about climate action. It will have informational and educational content that's easy to access. We also realized some kids have different needs, so we created this prototype to help them.
We've created examples of crosswords and word choices that include coloring pages on the back. This is to educate our youth on climate change in a way that can be fun and engaging for them.
These are just a few examples of basically prototype stickers that we've made that can be passed out at community events, after-school programs, and that can also be turned into buttons. But it's not only our material that we can use to better engage the youth, it's also a bunch of children's books, little picture books, because, every kid loves a picture book. So why not give them books that teach them how to protect their planet?
Dear council members, so in front of you is our proposal billboard. It is simple but bold. It is short but really meaningful. And with your help, we would like to put this billboard near highways, freeways, as well as any places where it can attract lots of crowd and attention. This would be really good near freeways and highways because, we have the I-5 and it leads out of California as well. And it is really important that not only residents of Sacramento, not only residents of California, but every single person throughout the nation receive this because climate change is not a local issue, but a global issue.
This video is an example of a material that we would show to younger, mostly elementary age students. We focus on the simple concept of waste sorting.
All heroes wear capes, we sure don't. But we do help the planet every day by taking
climate action, which means we take small steps to prevent climate change and to keep our Earth happy and healthy.
Well, I don't believe in any of this. Why would I waste my time by walking all of the way to the day when I can keep my trash on the ground?
Ew, trash accumulates, making our living spaces dirty. Trash can also eventually be going to our rivers and our oceans.
So come on, let's toss that trash like a mom.
Well, there's 3 different kind of bins where the trash goes. I'm too lazy for this.
Hold it! Each one of these bins are for different forms of waste. It's important we separate them. We have recycling, compost, and trash. Trash is going to be our stuff that cannot be recycled or composted. Empty snack packages and dirty napkins are the most common things that go in here. Next up, recycling. If you have a clean soda can or plastic bottle, it can be reused to make new things, like toys. Finally, compost/food waste. This is for leftover food, like banana peels or apple cores. These break down naturally and help plants grow big and strong.
I think I understand it now. How pretty easy it is to help our environment. Thanks for helping me out.
And there are many other ways that you can help. Starting a garden,
Not burning too much water.
and helping clean litter around the neighborhood are great ways to take climate action.
Be a climate hero.
Know your planet, protect your future.
Capes, we sure don't. But we do help the planet every day by taking
climate action.
In conclusion, climate change is a major issue, but by educating our youth, we can reduce its impact. Through our social media, our advertisement, and our fun activities, we can make climate action fun, easy, and accessible to the youth. With your help, we can bring this project to community events, after-school programs, and always remember, know your planet, protect your future. Thank you, and we are ready for questions.
So wonderful. First speaker is Councilmember Dickinson.
Well, thank you for the presentation. One of the interesting things you got in your survey was that I think it was 72% or so said they really didn't know much about climate, which is hard to believe with all the discussion there is. But it's also a warning sign because, as you said, it's important to protect our planet and protect your future, on the future of all of us. So what it suggests to me is that we need to do a much better job, and some of you've suggested some of the ways we can do that to communicate to not just to young people, by the way, but to adults about the impact of climate change. I've often said that I consider climate change the most crucial issue economically, socially, and environmentally of our time. And I mean our time because you're going to be the next ones up to take care of the planet. And so our obligation is to hand that to you in a responsible way. I'm afraid we're not doing our job well enough, which means there's going to be an extra burden on you when you are sitting at daises like this and forming public policy and influencing the direction that communities and states and nations take. So it's very encouraging to me to see this presentation, to see the awareness of it, but it's also that warning signal that there's a lot more for us to do. So thank you for the presentation, and we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're up to it. Thanks.
All right, next up, Councilmember Bang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Great job, Team 7. Love your theme, and I think Coach is going to probably talk about the theme, so I'm not going to take that away because he asked me, what was the theme again? So he's probably going to drop the mic after I speak. But I just want to say thank you. I mean, this is like one of the major issues of our time, right? Climate crisis. We are seeing fires in California. We're seeing flash floodings across various states across this country. It's getting much hotter now, right? We're all feeling it. And the change in temperature, weather patterns, all of that's caused by us, by humans, right? And I often worry if planet Earth will be around for my nieces and nephews and future generations. And so this is such an important topic, and just really appreciate y'all centering this. And if it's humans that cause climate change, it's also humans that hopefully can fix it, right? And so I just want to say great job, really proud of y'all. And then with that, I think I'll hand it over to Coach to drop the mic.
So you guys did a great job. I was so impressed, and it made me laugh a little bit because of the individual in the video that was trying to put everything in the right place, right? And every single time I take out the trash or the refuge or whatever I take out, my wife is there watching me to make sure that it goes in the right spot, right? So she's always my keeper and helping me to do that. But I just thought it was a great job bringing more awareness to the importance of, Sacramento being green and all the different green solutions that we should have and protecting our future. So I was just impressed with the whole presentation. I thank each one of you for your role in making it happen. I think there's a lot of opportunity to be a climate hero, right? Can you imagine how many people want to be a climate hero, right? And all I got to do is just give them that climate hero badge, right? That every kid will want a climate hero badge that says, I'm a climate hero. I belong to something that's bigger than myself, right? So that was one thing I thought of real quick as far as like, let's brand that, right? Before somebody else steals our idea, right? But then you came up with another one, like know your planet, protect your future. So one time for all of us together. Know your planet.
Protect your future.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. Give it up for the Golden Grizzlies. Thank you. Good to go. Good job. Next up, we have our last presentation of the evening, and it is the Black Bears. Come on down.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Luck Sharma, and I'm a rising junior at NP3 High School, and I'm one of the peer mentors for the Black Bears.
My name is Malia Kennan. I'm a rising junior at McClatchy, and I'm the second peer mentor.
My name is Leia Castell. I'm a rising junior at Hiram Johnson, and I'm also the third peer mentor.
My name is David Fallon. I'm a rising junior at Natomas High School.
My name is Nahzatullah Irfan, and I'm a rising junior at MP3.
My name is Kavi Tundell, and I'm a rising junior at MP3.
My name is Gemma Benkert, and I'm an incoming junior at McClatchy High School.
My name is Sashanvi Kormasheti, and I'm a rising sophomore at Mariloma.
My name is Chukoi Burnside, and I'm a rising sophomore at Grant Union High School.
My name is Kat Nguyen, and I am a rising sophomore at the School of Engineering and Sciences.
My name is Zoe Starbuck, and I'm a rising sophomore at McClatchy.
My name is Lena Wu. I'm a rising junior at Natovish Charter.
My name's Natalie Richards. I'm an incoming sophomore at Rosemont, and our presentation is about parental substance abuse and its effect on children.
Anyone can have a child and call themselves a parent. A real parent is someone who puts that child above their own selfish needs and wants. By Anonymous. Parental substance abuse is when a parent or guardian cannot provide for their child because of their addiction to substances like drugs or alcohol. This can cause serious effects on children like neglect, generational trauma, and damaging relationships.
Parental substance abuse is a really big problem for many reasons, starting with the lack of hotlines. When searching for a number, we were often provided the suicide hotline, 988, but we found these two numbers that claim to be national hotlines. The first one was just a private clinic in New Jersey that just wanted to make money, and the second one took almost 5 minutes to talk to an actual person. This is exactly the problem. People that need help should be able to get it immediately. Imagine a little kid finally getting the courage to get help, only to realize that there was no hope for the numbers he called. People should not have to wait a long time or plan to spend a lot of money and continue affecting their families. The only current resources we have now are 911 or CPS for immediate danger.
For our feedback, we sent out an anonymous survey to residents of Sacramento in order to gain information about the severity of parental substance abuse. In all, we got 156 responses from a wide variety of age groups and districts. Now, looking at these charts, we asked if they knew what parental substance abuse was. A majority said yes, but a large portion said no or somewhat. We also asked for their opinion
We also asked for their opinion of Sacramento response to parental substance abuse. Most people said that the city response was okay, leaning more toward not well.
Our next question was if they had a parent or guardian struggling with parental substance abuse. 17.4% of respondents said yes, which means roughly 1 in every 5 to 6 people have a parent or guardian struggling with parental substance abuse. We also asked that if they would know how to get help if someone they knew was struggling. And most said no or maybe, with only 31.8% of respondents saying yes. Our last question was, how did parental substance abuse affect the kids of the family? We had a lot of personal stories, but the one that stuck out to us was someone wrote an entire essay on their personal stories.
A part of the essay that really stood out to us was, I find it not only does her cigarettes left a secondhand smoke affecting me my entire life, she drinks and talks nonstop, leading me to get away from that situation as soon as I can. In all, people wrote they struggled with abuse in many ways. These aren't just stories, these are people. We need to do something about parental substance abuse.
We want to do something about our passion. We would like to work with City Council, specifically Rick Jennings and his program CFF, Center for Fathers and Families, to provide 3 things as resources and as ways of spreading awareness for parental substance abuse. 1, we would like to provide a non-emergency hotline for struggling families. 2, we would like to provide community spaces for people to bond over their troubles. And 3, we would like to provide partnerships with nonprofit communities to start school presentations so that people can know more about this issue.
We created a PSA video in order to spread awareness about parental substance abuse. We used milk and cookies to represent 2 possible addictions, drugs and alcohol. We are planning on using this video to show the different opportunities that come around to get help if you or someone you know is suffering from parental substance abuse.
Timmy and his parents, a family suffering from substance abuse. Let's see his life unfold. Little Timmy is 5 years old right now. Watch as he shows his parent his drawings.
Mommy, Daddy, look at my drawing.
Go away. Don't you see I'm busy?
Get out.
Now, let's jump to little Timmy's life when he becomes 10.
Bruh, they didn't give me enough money for the bread.
Oh, it looks like little Timmy is coming home.
Mom, Dad, you didn't give me enough money for the bread.
I told you to get one flipping thing. You're a failure, a disappointment. Get out of my face.
I don't eat the bread. I eat the milk. You're useless.
Now the school counselor calls Timmy down to her office.
Can I please get Timmy Johnson to my office, please? So your teachers have been telling me that you haven't been paying attention in class and that you're failing. Is there anything going on?
I don't care. School doesn't matter anyways. College is too expensive.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
I don't care. Mind your own business.
Timmy, I care about you, and if something is happening, you can talk to me.
Sure.
5 years later, little Timmy is now 15. He has to get a job because his parents can't provide for the family. Timmy is now 35 years old, and it looks like the cycle continues. This story isn't about cookies and milk. Parental substance abuse leaves an effect on children. This can cause a cycle of generational trauma, of neglect and abuse. You are not alone. Talk to someone.
In order to spread awareness, we created some marketing materials. Here you can see our logo and sticker, as well as an Instagram post that we use as an example of what we could post. It goes over our group and our goal. This is a pamphlet. It shows what parental substance abuse is, as well as the consequences and effects of it. On the back is what our goal is, where to get help, and our Instagram page. With your help, we can put a helpline on our materials to bring even more further awareness to our issue.
With your support in creating a hotline that connects families to mental health and recovery resources, it will benefit them because mental health will be better, lower rates of drug abuse, and lower rates of child neglect, and less you falling into addiction. These are real people with real stories. Let's actually take action.
In conclusion, we would like to work with the City Council in many ways through our marketing materials, like the hotline, so we can stop the cycle of parental substance abuse.
Together!
Thank you.
Wow, every single presentation. And I'm going to pass it on to Councilmember Vang.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Congratulations, the Black Bears, Group 9. Last presentation, you made it. Yeah, another heavy topic. And also just trying to find words because I feel like I've been in spaces or I've, have first cousins that have experienced parental substance abuse, right? We all probably know someone, and it's heartbreaking. And I think one thing that I really appreciate, and this actually, since being on the council for 5 years, is the first time that I've seen this topic come up among our young people. I just really appreciate y'all bring light to this issue in particular. I think a big part of it is also around stigma, right? I mean, because to talk about it means to talk badly about your parents, right? Or to talk badly about your uncles and aunties, right? But it has so much implications and harm on young people and families. And so I just wanted to say thank you for choosing this heavy topic. And I do think it's also important, talking about the stigma piece, is that the more we talk about it, the more we can begin to normalize that it's okay to talk about it, right? It's not about bad-mouthing your parents or uncles or aunties, but saying, hey, we want a healthier, more loving environment for young people, right? And that's really important. And so I think your presentation for me is really about reducing stigma and building a community, and also figuring out how there could be non-judgmental environment spaces so that parents can feel more comfortable in seeking help too, right? I think it goes both ways as well. But just want to say great job, really proud of y'all, and congratulations, the last team, and y'all did amazing. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Jennings?
Yeah, you guys found me out. And that's a good thing, because I think we believe that with City Council's help, we believe with council members' help, we believe with anybody's help, we can end parental substance abuse in Sacramento. And if it's going to be, it starts with me. And so I am 100% in as far as the Center for Fathers and Families working with you and setting up a program that starts this whole process. Because the sooner that we can start talking to our parents, then they can become the parents that they should be for their kids, and not the parents that their kids see abusing drugs and alcohol and other things like that. They should be the teachers of their kids. And that's one of the lessons that we try to do all the time, is try to break the generational curses, cycles that have affected all of our families, or some of our families. And so we are 100% in. You guys did a great job today. It really resonated with me. Whether my organization was up there or not, I'd be 100% in for the work that you've done. So I'm in, all in.
Thank you. Thank you. And Councilmember Kaplan.
And I just want to echo the sentiments of my colleagues, because what you've highlighted is you guys want the power and the tools to help make a difference, and those tools are not out there for you, highlighting a gap of where we as adults can work with experts on finding ways to give you guys those tools. And that is, we'd like to think we've addressed everything, but we haven't as adults. And that's why, for me, this program and what you guys do at Summer at City Hall is so important, because it gives you guys the power to have a voice to affect change in a positive way. So I'm in. If you guys need things, you want to come out to my farmer's market, or one of the things I'll ask our team, Sarah, I would love all the PSAs that our participants put together, because I can also highlight and put out what you guys have done to raise the awareness, because I think what the issues you're bringing up and talking about, we have to do more of, because it is about addressing the stigma and finding ways that you guys know that you can help people that you're aware of. But this is powerful, because it means many of you have experienced this, and I'm sorry you've experienced it, and I'm sorry you don't have the tools to know how to make a difference in a positive way, so we can do better. Good job.
All right, and Councilmember Vang?
I just wanted to make some closing remarks after Team 9 sits down. Is that okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Congratulations. So I actually wanted to have everybody in the audience that's here supporting someone that presented to stand up, and everybody here stand up so we give everybody a round of applause to present it at City Hall. To all our students that participated, you are loved, you are cared for, and just like so intelligent, bright, creative. I can't even describe the adjectives of how you made us all feel. Everyone in the audience and everyone here on the dais, Councilmember Vang, and then our interim city manager will close it out.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. First, I just want to take the opportunity to thank parents and family members who actually came out today to support their youth. Thank you for being here today. But I actually wanted to invite Sarah, Maria, and Renee, and actually also our certified educators, if you're here, to come up as well. I think it's so important for the public to see and know who you are and the hours that you put in to develop the curriculum and to support our young people, because programs like this doesn't happen without you. And so I really just want you to come up here, say your name, introduce who you are, because I think that's really important. And I just want to say thank you so much for your hard work. I know for the past 5 years, it's 5 years now since I've been on the city council, every year I'm incredibly impressed just by our youth. Not surprised, right? But just so impressed. And I also just want to give a shout out as well to our Summer at City Hall alumni, our students who comes back as mentor. And I know that that's something new that we implemented along the way as well. But really just want opportunity for staff and our certified educators, teachers to introduce themselves. And I just want to say thank you. This program wouldn't have happened without each and every one of you. And so would love you just to introduce yourself and the role that you played in this program.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Maria Videz Medal, and I am the Summer at City Hall Program Coordinator. Thank you.
Yay.
Hello, City Council. I'm Carissa Calvin, and I'm a teacher for Sac City Unified, and I taught for Summer at City Hall.
Good evening. My name is Lori Blankenship. I'm also an educator with Sac City Unified, and this is my first year working with the program. Much like you, I've been blown away at what we have to look forward to in our future.
Hello, Council. My name is Chris Manning. I'm one of the teachers that are helping out today, or the summer.
Yeah.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Valentino Gomez. I am the recreation aide here that supports the Civic Engagement Program, and I am one of 2 students to go from Summer at City Hall participant to peer mentor to now full part-time city employee.
Go!
Hello, I'm Renee Costin, Program Manager for the Civic Engagement team, along with a few others. But I had so grateful to have the opportunity to work really directly with the Summer at City Hall program this year. And so I just want to shout out all of the students that worked so hard to be here today, and you guys did it. And I'm so proud of you, and you all spoke so well. So shout out to them, but grateful to be here.
We are missing one staff who happens to be on the second floor, Miss Dominique Herndon. She is also a program coordinator, instrumental in this summer program and making sure that we move forward through some things. So really, if we could all just give Dominique some love, that'd be great.
Thank you. And our interim city manager.
Well, thank you, everybody. I was here on the day everyone came on their first day, and I happened to be lurking in a conference room when all of the students were coming in, and it was utter chaos and sheer confusion, and to have gone from that to what we saw today is extraordinary. And so to the students, to the peer mentors, to the parents, to the city staff, to our helpers from Sac City, so appreciative for all of the effort that you have put in today and how far you've come over the summer, seeing you all at City Hall, seeing the purpose, seeing the understanding, and the learning and the growth has just been amazing, and to be part of this. So thank you all for this experience.
And that concludes our Summer at City Hall presentations. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
And let's give a round of applause to Sarah for all that she does.
Wait, Renee, did you want a photo?
Okay. Can we do a quick photo?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So have them come.
Stay there.
In here somewhere.
All right, 1, 2, 3, say Summer at City Hall! Good job.
Well, maybe tomorrow, huh? Graduation, that's the fun part.
Take a couple pictures. Come on. Old and new.
Where's Luna? Oh my gosh, Luna.
How do you feel? Oh my
Yes, I'm done. It's nice. I just saw, the mirror wasn't there. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of it. Come to one of
All right, everyone, we do have some public commenters for not on the agenda, so if council members can make it to their seats, please. Thank you.
Thank you. You're so cute too. Take a picture.
Morgan, you got me quick?
And then I wore them right now.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, guys. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. It's yours.
Hi, council colleagues. We still have 8 public comment. All right, we are going to continue business. We have 8 public comment. No, we have 8 public comment. 8 people signed up to speak. Okay, we are going to begin public comment now. Yes, please call the names.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I have 8 speakers for public comment matters not on the agenda. Ashley Gregory, Rebecca Sandoval, Leah Shank, Johnny Tillis. Is Ashley here? Following Ashley is Rebecca, then Leah.
Great. Amazing. Hi, Council. What a inspiring evening. So my name is Ashley Gregory. I'm a small business owner, a healthcare provider, and a resident of District 4. And I'm here because I believe in a world where people do not suffer needlessly. I believe that every human being deserves safety and comfort and a sense of belonging and purpose. And access to space reflects deep power imbalances in this society. Who has the ability to take up space without being questioned, bothered, harassed, or worse? Being able to get one's basic needs met with ease requires having the space to exist. And I'm referencing the policy extension, the proposed policy extension of the sit-lie ordinance on City Hall property. So what is the intention behind this proposal? What is the purpose? And from my vantage point, the intention is to punish and disappear people who are already suffering, already trying to just get their needs met. Imposing fines and jail time does not disappear poverty, they make poverty worse. And this proposal is unnecessary and it is cruel. Enacting this policy choice will cause harm and exacerbate suffering. So with this in mind, I urge Council to listen to the voices of our unhoused community members for the solutions to getting their needs met with dignity and respect, and to vote no on this proposed ordinance expansion. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Rebecca, then Leah.
Just hoping someday that as members of the public speak, that we will show up on the screen and not just a voice. Hope that happens someday. Sometimes I sit here 2.5, sometimes 5 hours, and then it's just up there on a little screen. On behalf of the Northgate, Gardenland, and Garden Valley community, I'm requesting a town hall meeting regarding city plans for a city-owned lot off of Northgate Boulevard, across from Garden Valley Elementary School and across from Joshua House Hospice. As this property was secured by former Mayor Heather Fargo and Ray Trethaway for public good over 30 years ago, the community deserves to have true community engagement regarding the lot. It is of great concern that the president of the Gardenland Northgate Neighborhood Association shared with me that our council member is planning to put apartments on the lot. If an apartment complex goes up on this lot, the traffic congestion it will create will be horrendous. I know you're all aware of the existing traffic problems on Northgate Boulevard. This effects on our neighborhood school is also a great concern. I've asked Councilman Member Talamantes to meet with the community to detail plans for the lot so that there is community engagement. There is very little engagement on projects on the north end of Northgate Boulevard. The response I've received from Councilmember Talamantes was vaguely that some law or policy requires cities to build affordable housing on surplus land. My request for a community meeting was ignored. There was only one town hall meeting before, and it talked about PBID, and community concerns were not addressed. I go and ask Councilmember Talamantes at Cafecitos, and my questions go unanswered. So now I come before you to request a community meeting regarding the vacant lot. Just as you leased a lot to Joshua House for 1 year for 50 years, why not find a way to build a park, a community?
Thank you for your comments. Your time is complete. Our next speaker is Leah Shank, then Johnny Tillis.
Good evening. I'm here tonight because for years I've stood before this body urging you to recognize the magnitude of what we are facing, the epidemic of missing children and adults in Sacramento. Year after year, I organize awareness events on violence, exploitation, and disappearance of our vulnerable residents. I have done so with little to no support from the city. I do not receive city or county funding, yet I remain to be the only organization in Sacramento that is consistently on the front lines fighting to bring missing people home. Today, I am joined by the family of Lovett L.J. Moore, a 33-year-old black man who was blind, disabled, at risk, and he has been missing for nearly a month. Despite the urgent call to action that was sent directly to this council, we have received no support from city leadership. Law enforcement has not prioritized this case. Communication has been minimal. Their response has lacked urgency, care, and coordination. But this is not just about one missing person. This is about a pattern. The continued disregard by law enforcement and public officials when black people go missing. It's exactly why black people remain the most vulnerable and the least protected. And when trusted officials fail to answer the call, or worse, ignore the work being done, you're not just absent, you're complicit. The community is watching. LJ's family is watching. Silence speaks volumes. And as someone that has been with this family for over 3 weeks now, organizing searches, raising awareness, and pleading for answers, conducting our own investigations, we're not just asking for help, we're demanding it. We don't want sympathy, we don't want excuses, we want action. LJ's family deserves better than this. And as a mother of a black disabled son myself, I know far too often the fear and the pain that comes with our children when they're not seen, they're not heard, and they're not valued and not protected. This is personal, but for all of us, this could be any of our children. And we won't stop until we find him. We're gonna keep coming here. We're gonna keep getting on social media. We're gonna keep fighting until LJ is home. Because at the end of this, we won't forget who didn't show up. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Johnny Tillis, then Pamela Matthews.
Good evening. My name is Johnny Tillis, and I come before you not only as a concerned brother, but also as a mental health professional and a hurting member of this community. My younger brother has been missing since June 28th, and while time has continued to move forward for everyone else, for my family, time has stood painfully still. While the city sleeps, we have had to become investigators, search teams, and advocates because of the system that promised to protect and serve has let us fight alone. Let me say this: how could everyone sleep while we haven't? You say you care, so I ask, what does that truly mean to you? Because from where I stand, we're doing the work and we're exhausted. As a mental health professional, my role is to support, heal, and empower, and I show up for the people I serve. As a law enforcement, your duty is to serve and protect. But when there are no answers, no updates, no urgency, and what message does that send to families like mine, to the public? Where we are not just asking for help, we're demanding accountability, action, and urgency. My brother matters, my family matters, and if you truly care, you'll show up in not just words, but in action and what you're gonna do next. We are not giving up, but we shouldn't have to fight alone. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Pamela Matthews, then Tasha Price.
Good evening, council members. I'm the mother of LJ, and he is blind and disabled. He's been missing for 3 weeks. My family is worried. I can't eat or sleep. I need help from you all. I've had no help from police. They waited more than a week to start looking. Every day I wonder, where is he? This has taken a big toll on me. I need answers. I need help finding my son. He is disabled and blind, and he depends on me to take care of him. I believe something bad has happened to him, and I need help.
Thank you for your comments. Tasha, then Kristen.
My name is Tasha, and I come before you today not just as a concerns, but as a brokenhearted family member, my brother LJ is missing, and with him, a piece of us is gone too. We haven't slept, we haven't had peace. Each day without answers is another day of torment, confusion, and fear. It's hard to describe what it feels like waking up and realizing again that someone you love is just gone, and no one can just tell you why or where. We are here because we need your help. We need action. A part of us is missing, and we are not whole until LJ comes home. We deserve to know that everything's possible is being done, that our community leaders see us, hear us, and care enough to act. We're not just asking for miracles, we're asking for humanity. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Kristen Sanchez, then Kyle Williams.
Hello. I wrote mine down too. Good evening. My name is Kristen Sanchez, and I'm here as a concerned friend for the family of LJ, a legally blind disabled young man who has been missing now for 25 days. He's never been away from home for more than two days in his life. He is vulnerable, very dependent on others for not only his navigation, but for his safety. And yet despite every red flag, this case has not been classified as a kidnapping, nor has it received the urgency it clearly demands. His family has done more footwork than the department assigned to protect him. They've given names, leads, locations, and what they've gotten in return is silence, delay, dismissal, and how is that acceptable? Let me be clear, people have confused or confessed to knowing what happened. On the streets, when someone says, we need to figure out what we're going to do with LJ, that's not hearsay. That's a red flag. That's a lead. That's a potential confession. And our detectives should be questioning people who talk like that. The streets speak a different language than the law sometimes, but some of you sitting here speak both. Will you translate for this family? Will you speak up for LJ? Because while you get to go home and sleep tonight, LJ's mother hasn't slept in 25 days. How would you feel if this was your loved one or one of these amazing future leaders that spoke today? They raised awareness about so many incredibly important issues. We're also here trying to raise awareness on an incredibly important issue, to shine light on missing person procedures so this council can take part in making the changes necessary to prevent future families from experiencing this same struggle. And I'll end it with the quote. When a system designed to protect
Thank you for your
the
comments. Your time is complete. Our next speaker is Kyle Williams, then Kevin.
Go ahead and share your quote. Go ahead and share your quote.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's nice. I put, when a system designed to protect the vulnerable ignores them, it becomes part of the danger. So thank you for hearing me out.
Kyle Williams. I don't see Kyle. Is Kevin here? Kevin's our final speaker this evening.
Good evening, City Councils. As a former participant now of Sacramento City Hall, I would like to thank every single one of you on this desk. I moved to Sacramento about 5 years ago when I was around 12. And, I'm a first gen, so, I have to really learn the ropes myself. I have to break a lot of barriers. It's really hard to tell parents, can you take me here? Can you take me there? So one of the first things I did in order to be independent in my life is learn how to take the bus. So I thank you for all the type of transportation that you guys have provided, not only for adults, but as well as youth. Because I take the bus almost every single day and I come to City Hall. I take the bus every single day at 7 a.m. to go to school, to take a 0 period, so I can take control of my own future. And I have been part of almost every single youth program that you guys have developed. I've been part of Primetime Teen. From Primetime Team, I went to 2 years of landscaping. I worked with all of the crew leaders, so nice people. I love it there. And after there, I found my way to Sacramento City Hall, where I met so many young individuals who are just like me, as well as so many adults who want to empower the youth. And I just want to say thank you to you guys, because I feel like City Council doesn't get enough you guys don't get recognized for enough that you guys do. I think it was 2 meetings ago I came here, everybody was like, I have this problem, I have that problem, but I never really saw anyone taking knowledge of what you guys do for the community, what you guys do for Sacramento. So I feel like that even though you guys have a really stressful job, I want to say thank you for everything you do, because it is really working and you're making an impact in Sacramento and empowering the youth. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our
I was gonna say,
city manager just said that you're going to rule the world.
Yeah, and I was going to say, we're looking for a city manager right now, so if you wanted to apply.
All right, so moving along to council comments, ideas, questions, AB 1234 reports. Seeing none. Okay, we're going to adjourn this meeting at 7:41 p.m. Thank you.